3 guillotines in one night. The first time since UFC 12 that 2 submissions have been finished in less than 1 minute, and the first time that Cain Velasquez has been choked out. Gracie breakdown. 2015 Gracie Academy Beach Day, you guys. We saw the fights last night. They were crazy. And instead of breaking it down at the Academy, we thought to bring it to the beach right now. T-City, BBS, Black Belt Surfing, Vito and Gracie here. It's so serious, you guys. Yesterday had a belt ceremony at the Gracie Academy. Congratulations to all the belt promotion recipients. The fights were off the charts, you guys. This was unbelievable. Now, 1 week out since our man right here went in there against Thiago Tavares and represented on the highest level. In fact,
did Brian ever get picked up, like when the champion wins, or not the champion, but when you win the fight, you get picked up?
I don't think so.
He gotta pick this guy up.
And now we pick him up.
That's so important when you win. Especially a fight like that, man.
But the commission tried to step in and just tried to interrupt the situation to make sure Brian was healthy. But listen, you guys, 3 guillotines in one night. When's the last time that happened? Do you remember?
No.
When do you remember?
Maybe when you roll with Brian last.
That's messed up. Listen, you guys, 3 guillotines in one night. It's unbelievable. And here's the craziest part. People are making jokes about Gracie breakdown's gonna be 6 hours long. Listen, the only thing crazier than 3 guillotines in one night is all 3 guillotines were completely different. Completely different. And that's what's so spectacular. We're gonna show you all 3 very quickly, and then we're gonna talk about each one, and then we're gonna break them down. So the first one was which one? The deep one. Who was it?
Patrick Williams.
Patrick Williams, bro. How do you set it up?
So they were banging, they were striking.
Closer. You gotta get some audio. You gotta talk louder.
Patrick Williams caught him with the right. He backed up, and then from here he just went in. He grabbed the guillotine, and he grabbed a super deep guillotine. There's normal guillotines where you grab your wrist. He grabbed this crazy one, like inverted grip, and just went all the way in and just choked the guy out. It was
very John Jones, Lyoto Machida, as commented by Joe Rogan during the fight. Very John Jones, Lyoto Machida-esque in the inverted grip. And the thing is, you can only do that grip if your arm gets deep enough, like a rear naked choke, all the way in. You're not going to get this grip if your arm is a little shallower in the choke.
I did not watch the fights, but was the guillotine, did he pass out for how many seconds was he out?
He was out for a good 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, he was out for a good 4 or 5. The ref has to wait.
He was trying to take him down. And it looked like he was trying to take him down.
And because he was using the cage to hold up his opponent, it looked like the opponent was still upright. The same as Lyoto's situation. But they don't realize that they're actually out against the cage, standing up, until the ref says, okay, let him go, and he drops him, and then he's out.
Have we ever discussed the defense for this?
Well, once it's that deep against the cage, it's bad, bro. I don't know.
And when can you not do this?
When your hand can't get all the way into the elbow deep. It's tough. Efren Escudero's was different. He punched the hand in there, also set up on some strikes. It was he lost his balance, and that's when Efren wrapped the arm in the neck, right? The arm, pure neck. He wrapped it up. He's putting pressure. He walks him into the cage. It's perfect application. His hips, nice bend. Everything is tight, squeezing, and then he tapped out. But again, spectacular. We don't see standing guillotine finishes unless it's against the cage. Because it's almost like you need pressure to hold the guy, because if not, they'll just keep backing up. And they'll just do the correct defense, which is like, come over here, hook the leg, take the guy down. But if I have Brian against the cage, if he has me against the cage, I can't take him down like that.
I wonder if somebody could use the cage and push
off of it,
and then do a takedown.
They could.
Push off of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Right into the right position, like that little outside leg trip with the push off the cage.
So takedown like that, but using the cage. So
that's what I'm saying. You get Brian in the cage.
He don't be the cage.
Choke him.
You're the cage, right?
I'm the cage.
So I'm gonna choke. So Brian, if I'm here, you're gonna want to pass to this side, right? So basically, if I have you against the cage, if he walks up
on me,
he walks up, boom, and push. Boom! That was sick. So what's the moral of that story?
Use the cage.
Use the cage, or if you're in the club, catch a guillotine, use the girl next door and boom! And kick off, get your takedown, land on side control, because if you stay against the cage, it's the same as being mounted with the guillotine. Instead of the mat though, you're just using you here. They're driving their hips straight in. Unbelievable 2 catches. The first time since UFC 12, 2 submissions in the same night under 1 minute. And they're both guillotines, standing. Spectacular.
Yeah. I think the guillotine is like the move. I feel like 3 years ago, the guillotine was weak.
3 years ago, the guillotine. It's the move now.
MMA right now.
Rear naked choke, guillotine, and guillotine is climbing quickly, you guys.
For sure, it's passing it.
Unbelievable. And why does that make so much sense? Because every time you become aggressive to take someone down, you have to put your head in the party. And if the person who takes it is training that, is waiting for it, like our friend Werdum, who couldn't have timed it more effectively, right? So the situation was here, if you're Velasquez, now, just to be clear.
Now you say because I'm Velasquez, because I'm Mexican?
Sorry. Yes. I was going to take you, I'll be Velasquez. You'll be Werdum.
No,
we'll switch the flags for this right now. No, but I want you to do the choke. So listen, you guys, very carefully. Even though Werdum beat Velasquez on a guillotine choke during the takedown on the ground, the reason why Cain had to shoot in desperately was why?
Because he couldn't go Cain.
Because Werdum was bringing the fire on his feet, his jab, between his jab, and every time, what does Cain like to do? He likes to get people smothered against the cage, pressure, punch, boom, boom. But what Werdum would do is he had such good head control, and he would be circling, he had a couple good knees, which means that Velasquez didn't feel comfortable doing what he does to everybody else. So if you can't stay close to Werdum because you're getting kneed in the face, you can't stay at the striking range, who's getting jabbed, the whole just boom, boom, he stiffed the jab, perfect jabs. Guess what? Eventually, what do you say? I'm gonna take this fool down. And Cain took him down one time, but then they got back up. He missed the guillotine the first time, they got back up.
Did Werdum play guard, or did Werdum
He tried, but Velasquez didn't play with it, right? He didn't want to.
Cain took him down and he's
Cain took him down, Cain took Werdum down desperately, and then Werdum stayed down, Cain no, Werdum yes, come with me my friend. Cain said no, I'm out of here bro, gotta go. And they stood back up. Yeah, a couple little kicks and he got back up. Too smart, you don't want to be in Werdum's guard. But guess what? In the third round, Velasquez again is taking a lot of fire, and he's thinking, man, I gotta take this fool down and hold him down for a few rounds. He dives in, and what did you guys notice about Werdum's takedown defense in that situation? There wasn't any. There wasn't any. He let him go. He let him go. You know what is funny? It's almost like he did everything else so right in the fight that he only gave Velasquez one tunnel for the thing to go.
Yeah,
and then there's a trap waiting, so it's like go through here and boom, you're done.
And his best trap.
Yes! So Werdum's whole strategy was to force Cain to do something that Werdum wanted him to do. And in doing so, it was almost as if Werdum saw that takedown in slow motion. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's almost like, oh, here it comes. I've been waiting for you, buddy. Boom! So anyways, he comes in, his head goes this way, arm in, guillotine. Boom! He lands. Now, shallow the grips a little bit, right? Yeah, under the neck. Come on, come down lower, guys. Get right in here. Get right in here. Closer, closer, closer. Look, you guys. So at this point, the hands were right in the trachea. Okay. Now, this arm in guillotine, the key detail is that this hand is not deeper. Now try to choke Brian. Right now, Brian's hands are in my armpit. But watch when he retracts his blade and puts his bones in my neck. Go. Nah, I feel the knife right now. Now climb your guard up nice and high. As you stretch with the legs, curl with the arms. Yes! Do you understand, guys? The key is how deep you get this. Now, in a case like this, people want to know what's the defensive possibility. It's tough, my friends. It's so tough. Especially the legs are locked, and when you have Werdum death gripping your neck like that, world class. But if you had any less of a masterful guillotine on your neck, the idea to go back, grab the neck, grab your own hand, is you want to attack this hand. Look, two hands. One is the choker, the choking hand. One is the support hand. You need to grab the straws. Look at the straws. You need to grab the straws on the supporting hand. Hold tighter. Look, I got to get in there. Now choke. I've disconnected the hands and they're useless. If you can grab the straws on the non-choking hand, that's the only way. Because what did everybody else do? They try to grab the choking hand.
And was that easier with gloves on or harder?
With gloves on, yeah, good question. Good question.
Well, you can't really grab the straws. You can grab the glove.
The pad.
You can grab the straws easier because the pad makes the gloves separate.
So it's a little
Got
bit.
it. So, yeah. The fingers are more separate.
A little more accessible, yeah.
So
Bottom line is, when you are 3 rounds in, you're exhausted, and you have for Fabricio Werdum on your neck.
It's the submission of his life.
And you're just there like, oh, this is so tight. And we don't know what Velasquez's mindset was, but I'll tell you what, there have been times where I've been caught by heat on in the submission, and I'm in there, and we're rolling for 20 minutes already, and guess what I'm thinking in my brain? I could try to get out of this, or I could tap right now and just get it over with. And guess what? I'm not going to say Cain did that, but I will tell you that things weren't going the way he had planned, and for him to want that fight to be over would not have been, you know, a bad idea, the way things were going. So congratulations to Werdum. It was a victory for Werdum, but jiu-jitsu around the world was like,
yeah. And this fight, let's not get it twisted, this fight would have ended You told me, standing or on the ground.
Yeah, he was winning on the cards.
If the submission didn't happen on the ground, he would have won standing up, which is an amazing job. And that just shows who he trains with, King's MMA. Our friend Rafael Cordero,
keeping it real.
amazing King's MMA. Great work.
Oh, he's over there with Kings as well. Yep. Coming up soon. Yep. You guys, so what's the moral of the story? Jiu-Jitsu against the world, amazing guillotine choke. Now what's crazy is Cain Velasquez is also Jiu-Jitsu, but he's not.
Well, wait. Who is not Jiu-Jitsu?
Everyone's Jiu-Jitsu.
Who's not Jiu-Jitsu?
Everyone's Jiu-Jitsu, that's
Josh
true.
Barnett, Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, everyone's Jiu-Jitsu. Everyone's Jiu-Jitsu, you guys. But the moral of the story is we love to see how, now here's what's crazy. 5 years ago, minus 13 days, June 26, 2010 is when Fabricio Werdum triangle choked the unsubmittable Fedor Emelianenko, the last emperor. And then he now submits the unsubmittable Cain Velasquez. So what's crazy is that 5 years apart, minus 13 days, this guy has submitted two unsubmittable, the two most spectacular submissions in MMA history, arguably. You know, second only to maybe some of Royce's way back when. But this guy has tallied up two unsubmittable beast heavyweights and always Jiu-Jitsu. So how do we feel about that? It's amazing.
And 5 years apart from each other, which means that he himself is just getting better.
Just getting better. Just getting better. So if you bet money on Werdum last night, congratulations. If you didn't bet money on Werdum last night,
pay up.
Pay up. But no, it was just so cool, man. And Werdum was the underdog big time in both of these fights. Yeah. But I think people are going to stop doubting him now. He has the persistence of unbelievable, you know, levels, and that was so dope, man. So he's a great guy. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, and a representative for Jiu-Jitsu that we're very happy. This was a spectacular performance. You guys, here's the question. What happens next? Does Cain Velasquez get a rematch, or is there someone else waiting in the sidelines that deserves a shot before him? We don't know. I'll let them decide. Post a question, leave a comment, let us know. We're going to choose one random person of the comments to win a free Gracie Combatives White to Blue Belt Gracie DVD collection featuring the most important techniques, 34 of which, we actually went back and counted, 34 of which Brian used against Thiago Tavares. Critical slices, the most important punch protection concept. We want to give away one of those in honor of Brian's fight against Thiago. Amazing performance. We have seminars coming up. We're going to Michigan, July 27th through 31st. Brian's going to Michigan to teach Bully Proof, to teach a kids camp to underprivileged kids in Flint, Michigan. It's free, and if there's a few extra spots, we'll open them up to outside people outside of Flint. If you guys are in that area and you want to go, check out the link in the description box. We're going to Norfolk, Virginia, teach some cops in July 13th through 18th, and we're teaching a seminar, Guillotine Mastery, on July 14th in Virginia. It's all good. July 18th, Women Empowered Seminar, free Women's Self-Defense Seminar here in California at headquarters. And man, the journey continues, you guys.
The journey to Hawaii next week, Gracie Immersion Camp, Hawaai.
Going to Hawaii, you guys. And this right here was just our getting ready for the process, you know, familiarize ourselves with the sand, and because you know there's going to be some jiu-jitsu on the beach going down in Hawaii as well, so don't get it twisted, you guys. Much respect, and honored to be here, you guys. Gracie Breakdown. We hope you learn at least 1 or 2 details. See you guys in the next one. And your feet too.